Okay, guys, prayer is powerful and it does pay to pray because I know that we all get discouraged because we don't see God moving. He's always moving, but we don't see any activity or we don't feel like anything's happening. But I'm just going to share another story from my past where He wowed me. And I was living in an apartment. I was as content as could be. But a realtor called and said, I have this condo that you might be interested in leasing for a lease purchase. And I'm like, I just renewed my lease here. I can't, but thank you for calling. And then didn't think twice. I thought no more about it until the gas company had to come out and reconnect my gas because somewhere between summer and fall it got disconnected. And I always say that was a God thing because when the gas company came out, the employee said, I just want to let you know that gas is going to go up 50% this year. And I started doing the math and I'm like, okay, that man telling me that made all the difference in my decision. I did the math and I could live in a condo with gas fireplace and utilities included for less than this apartment that had no fireplace. And the gas was going to go up 50%. So called the realtor the next day, said, I think I want to see the condo. Fell in love with it. It was on the penthouse floor. It had a view of the mountains and it overlooked the swimming pool. And I'm like, once I saw it, and I'm like, I can't see myself living in the apartment anymore. So I had a dilemma with that lease and I went back. I talked to the landlord. I explained my debacle and she goes, I've got 2 other apartments that have been on the market a couple months. So I've got to try to rent those, but I will try to help you out. That night, I literally got on my knees bedside and I said, God, I really, really want that condo. But if it's your will, just work it out. If it's not, I'll be okay with it either way. So the next day, the landlord called. You're not going to believe this, she says. There's a guy in the 1 bedroom who wants a 2 bedroom, 2 bath end unit on the 2nd story. Well, that was me. There were only 2 bedroom, 2 bath end units on the 2nd floor. So he came, he looked at it, and then he goes, well, what are you going to do? And I said, what I do depends on what you do. And he goes, well, I want your apartment. And I said, well, okay, turn in your lease. So he turn in your notice. He turned in his notice, I turned in my notice, and I moved into that condo. And I lived there a long, long time, and I loved it. And there is a follow-up to that story that I might share tomorrow or some other time, but it's bittersweet. So, but yeah, God answered my prayer, so don't give up.